Listen to this tweet by this wretched scoundrel of an anti-white. And this was on the 26th, 2 days ago. This little white girl on the train asked her mom, quote, "Am I going to be white until I die?" Close quote. Her mom said yes. And the girl is dead ass throwing a tantrum, laugh my ass off, with numerous O's after that. I want you all to think about the torture that our babies are being subjected to by these anti-white bastards. That you have a little white girl who so hates herself. And ladies and gentlemen, if you hate your people, if you hate your people's history, you cannot but hate yourself. That is what the anti-whites are doing to us. You have a little white girl who so hates herself with a passion that she turns to her mother with a hope that she's not going to always have to be white, and asks her mother, begs her mother, "Am I going to have to be white until I die?" Unpack that, ladies and gentlemen. What is that little girl saying? Am I always going to have to be guilty? Am I always going to have to be responsible for everything done by this evil race that I'm a member of, that I'm taught? No different than any of the other children throughout the West. I go to school at the elementary school or the primary school like all the other kids. I watch the movies like all the other little white children. I watch the television shows like all the other white children. I read the books like all the other little white children. Nothing special about this white little girl. She's just like the rest of the white children, receiving the same goddamn anti-white message that's telling her that her people is an evil people and that she is evil because of that proximity, because of that propinquity. She is an evil person. Mother, am I always going to have to be evil? Am I always going to have to be a member of this awful race? Am I always going to have to be a member of the race that owes and has to compensate and make amends and feel guilt? Am I always going to have to be white, Mother? Please say no. That is what's coming through this little girl's voice. God damn it, when will enough be enough for you? How much torture is enough torture for our babies? When will you say enough is enough? She is articulating what they all are feeling in silence, in their nightmares, in their beds, in their tears when no one else sees them cry. God damn, when is enough gonna be enough? How much longer, Mommy? How much longer do I have to be white? Your whole life, little girl, your whole life, you're gonna be evil. And in response to finding out she can't escape that which she wants nothing more than to escape, she can do nothing but find herself in the throes of tears and a tantrum. How else will that manifest in life? What now but attacks on Western kind? What better way than to say that she hates her own people? What better way than to descend in a life of self-mutilation, of self-hatred, of attacks on her fellow whites, on attacks on fellow white children? What better way now and to escape being white than to take for herself a non-white mate and to produce non-white children? What better way than to say, I'm escaping that which is pure evil. This is how I can do it, Mommy. This is how I can escape. I will destroy everything that we have ever made. I will hold everything in disrepute. I will defile my body. I will defile our history. I won't produce white babies. That is how I will escape it, Mommy. And how does the anti-white, non-white women respond to the sickening spectacle of our babies doing all that they can in their fury, in their tears, in their sadness, in their madness to escape what they have been taught is the most repulsive thing on planet Earth to be? They laugh their asses off. That is the response we get from them. How much different would this be if this were a white woman watching a non-white child say to a non-white mother, "Mommy, am I going to have to be non-white for the totality of my life?" "Yes, darling, you are." And the child break down in tears in a tantrum. A white woman would tear her clothes from her breast in madness to coddle that baby. No, little dear. You are a beautiful people. You have a beautiful history. Don't descend into madness because of what you are. Celebrate your history. Celebrate your dark skin. Celebrate your dark hair. Celebrate your dark eyes. You're beautiful people, wringing their hands and tears pouring from their light-colored eyes, washing the tears off of the brown or black or yellow child's face with their blonde or red or brown hair. That's how a white woman would respond. How do the non-white women respond? When they see a white child wanting to escape all that she is, not born with a nation, not born with a religion, not born with a history or an ideology, but born with a biospirit you can never escape. The non-white, anti-white woman laughs her ass off. That is your future if we don't take back our destiny.